Welcome back, everyone, to another old man video. This one is for full self-driving version 14.1.7, and I forgot my microphone, so instead of being able to talk, so I'm having to do a voiceover. Sorry about the audio quality. I know it's not great because it's from my headphones, but I won't be talking much. Just like in the past, I'll fast forward through the straight parts and play music. That way you're not quite so bored. But this is the very first trip that I take with full self-driving. I basically downloaded it, installed it, and hopped in the truck and started driving because I wanted to experience it, and I wanted you to see how I experienced it as well. So as you see here, we're on the back streets. It's doing pretty good. I think it's in standard mode, and in standard mode, it goes a few miles an hour over the speed limit. There is one little dead animal up here in the road, and it doesn't quite know what to do. So here we're passing a car, a very narrow street, but then as we make this turn, there's going to be a dead something in the road, and it doesn't know what to do, and I don't want it running over it. So I actually take control there, just so that it doesn't run over the dead thing and squish it all over my truck. And then I'm going to stop, reset, and start driving, let it continue on. Here's all the speed settings that you have available to you. I do try Mad Max later on. I think probably chill mode is going to be my favorite mode that I stay in. But, if you're in a hurry and you need Mad Max mode, that'll be the one. So I'll hop in here if I see something later on. Otherwise, kick back, relax, enjoy the music, and enjoy the drive. I don't know if you can or can't see it, but if you zoom in, you'll see the speed limit on this road's 55, and it's doing 59 to 60. So it seems like standard mode is right around 5 miles an hour over. So the fact that I actually got away with that is shocking. It did say that, the hands-free is no longer effective That's when I put my hands up in the air. But it's actually a pretty good. It's better. The nags are better, is what I noticed. We passed this 35-mile-an-hour speed limit sign on the right, and it does update, but there's going to be times when it doesn't update. And so it's hard to see, but it did just change to 60 miles an hour. And there's absolutely no way you can do 60 miles an hour on this road. I go ahead and let it roll just because I want to know how fast it's going to go. If you try scrolling through to scroll down through the speed limits, that doesn't work anymore. That only moves you between between all the different modes. So I really want to try out the parking lot. So I know that it's supposed to park in a parking lot or it's supposed to drop you off at the front door. I've got parking lot selected. So what I need to do is find us a place that has a parking lot. So I'm going to do that. All right, so we got about 18, 19 minutes to get to where we're going. Part of that is a stoplight. I'll cut out the stoplight. Otherwise, kick back, relax, enjoy the music, and enjoy the ride. watched any of my other full self-driving videos, you'll see that they're coming along with our road. The road construction is moving along nicely. What I'm noticing here is in standard mode, like I said, it's still going too fast. We're going to get into a 30-mile-per-hour zone here, and I need to slow down. In chill mode, it does do that. Now, this section that we're approaching is a hard right and it's just confusing as heck. But the truck did great. I mean, rolled through that perfectly. So it had no problems going through any of this construction zone. And we're coming up on the stoplight. I think I'll stay here for like 10 minutes. So I'll cut this part out. Now that we're out of the construction zone, I could fast forward, but I don't want to get everybody vertigo. So I'll just let it play out. We've only got just over a mile left to where we're going, so relax. right, as we take a right, you'll see a tiny, tiny, tiny little speed limit sign here on the right hand side that says 10 miles an hour. There's no way it's going to be able to read that, obviously. Um, so I'm watching it, and it's not going too fast. And the nice thing is, it's slowing down for the speed bumps, which is awesome. But we're going to come up here and we're going to park. So keep in mind, my truck has never parked itself before, so I'm not real sure how this is going to go. All right, like I said, this is the first time it's ever parked itself. Did it do great? Mm, I mean, it's inside the lines, right? So for first, I guess it's not bad. All right, just finishing up programming it up. It has never pulled out of a parking spot before. So right there, I'm impressed. This is the first time I've ever seen it do that. Cybertruck's not been able to do this. I know you people with Model Ys and S's and X's, and y'all have been doing this forever. This is the very first time my truck has ever backed up. In the lifetime of my truck, it's the first time it's ever backed up. So it's going to pull out and it's going to come around. And we're going to scare the crap out of an individual here in a minute. So I see him, the truck sees him, but he don't see us. That's too cool. So I didn't have to take any action there. I didn't have to hit the brakes. I didn't have to do nothing. The truck did it all for me. I waved the guy. I don't know if you saw out of the left-hand corner. I did wave the guy in front of me, but otherwise the truck did everything. So I mean, I was actually shocked. I don't know if you could see. There's a pickup coming from the left-hand side, and he had his right blinker turned on, and he started slowing down. And any normal individual would see that he was going to slow down, and the truck saw it and went. Ugh, it was one heck of a dip. There goes the Starlink from the dash. Wasn't really up there properly anyway. The reason that I wanted to make sure that I took this road, if you've watched any of my self driving videos in the past, you'll know that the truck has a tendency to slow down and false brake on this road, especially in those areas that are repaved with no stripe. As it goes down through this road, it doesn't false brake once. Parking job number 2, still a little crooked, but it's still within the lines. This is it's more on that line, but it's still within the lines, but it's still a little crooked. It's not bad. Like I said, this is only the second time it's ever parked itself. Plenty of room from the curb, and behind it lines up with the rest of the spots. So it pulled in far enough. Overall, I'd give this maybe a C parking, not an F. So I chose this next location for 2 reasons. One, it's hard to get to. Two, it's hard to get in. And actually, there's even a third reason. It's hard to figure out how to park. So enjoy this.
Ha 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 ha! Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's awesome.
Are you not entertained? I couldn't believe it backed up. I mean, I just couldn't believe it backed up. Look, okay, it failed, right? It didn't back up all the way, but in its defense, there are flags back there. It's hard to see how far back you can go. Look, it's not perfect. I'm definitely gonna have to fix it. But did it do it? Yeah, yeah, and it was cool. All right, time for some Mad Max action. So if you rewind it back, you'll see the Jeep and I arrived there at the same time. It took its right away. So I had right away because, or the truck had right away because it was on the right hand side. And it took it. It actually took the right away, which was impressive. I get that you have a job to do, but this guy on the right, man, I mean, if he just trips over one of these things, he's going to fall right in front of the truck. There's got to be a better way for him to get to where he's going. I choose this last spot because I know that it's a gravel parking. It's gravel parking, and it's going to be difficult to park. So I just want to see what it does. So you saw when it pulled in, it was doing its best imitation of a DJ, scratching the record. Unfortunately, my other phone didn't record. The parking job was subpar, but hey, the fact that it actually did it is shocking to me. That'll do it for this one. Uh, I don't even know what to say. I am so impressed with this. Yeah, they need to work on the parking jobs. Hey, you know what? The fact that it can park and can pull out is amazing. So please hit the like and subscribe and feel free to share this video. Just need 400 more people and I can actually start making a dime off this. I appreciate you watching. And for those of you that made it to the end, thank you. Catch you next time.